And we're live.
Hello.
We're live for episode... Fuck, why can I never remember
13?
which episode we're on?
I think we're on 14.
Fuck me.
I think it's 13.
Why don't we just get rid of the old ones, and we'll call this episode 1.
Would you say it's time to let the old ways die? This is episode 13. Lucky number 13.
Yay.
Of the NTX Podcast.
Cool.
Yeah, that's what we're missing right
What do you
now.
want?
Oh, beer.
You care?
No.
Call me accused. Thank you, sir.
This episode is not sponsored by... Oh, what is it? Accused Amber Lager.
It's
out of Legal Draft.
They're legal pun beers.
And...
Bach Trial. Same brewery.
And you're
dang it.
gonna go do cool trial stuff
My,
tomorrow.
Oh no.
my jacket is my koozie.
Koozieless? I made a rookie mistake.
What?
I didn't bring a koozie.
Good thing you're in a house that has 20. Oh my god, it shut up.
I can hear it, dude.
Yeah, seriously. I heard every shock that went through your body there. I appreciate your sacrifice. It was for a worthy cause.
Oh, wow.
Curveball. Thank you, sir.
Oh, this is a great start.
It is a great start.
That's an interesting start.
Look,
I'm gonna put them back on.
if we get too formulaic, then people are going to stop listening.
They start expecting
They need
things.
to start listening to stop listening.
I'll take losing audience members, because that means we had them in the first place.
Yeah.
All right, we're back. Field
We're
trip
back.
is over.
Thank you for my koozie. Have you heard other people call these something different?
I'm sure the name exists, but
I mean, have you
Yeah.
heard any?
But I can't think of any.
Well,
The only other one that I've ever heard is Huggy.
Huggy?
No.
I've heard Huggy.
Yeah, when we tried to order some, they were called Huggy on the internet a lot.
That's the only other one I've ever seen. Where does the term koozie come from?
Is it like Kleenex? Like, was there a company that just did it first?
And so now that became the brand standard for
Yeah,
the product.
maybe.
Yeah.
Because Kleenex is technically facial tissue.
Yeah.
So is this koozie?
Just like Speedo.
Or Saran Wrap.
Yeah. Speedo's the brand.
Yeah. We should, maybe we should just make our own term. Like beverage sling.
Beverage appropriate temperature device.
Yeah, sure. Beer buffer.
Babbed.
Yeah.
Thrilling.
Beard saying that 3 times fast.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba.
Gross. God damn it. Can I unsubscribe from this?
No, you can't. You end this now.
Okay.
All right. So from what we started singing the intro song, we finally got Mateo over here to watch the first episode of Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Mateo's here. And D.
Yep.
And I'm JT.
So,
They know our names now.
what did...
They.
The two people that listen weekly.
Yeah, I hope so. It's like a 50-50. What'd you think?
Yeah, what'd you think?
It was odd.
You're
Yeah.
I almost felt like I was watching not the first episode of a series. Like, because I knew who the people were, but I didn't know anything about them. Some of the people.
Yeah.
And it almost felt like I jumped in the middle of a season, even though it was the first episode.
That's fair.
It was very weird.
You know, you saying that makes me remember why it took me a second to like get into it.
Right.
Yeah. Plus, like, they throw a lot of characters at you
They
really
do.
quick.
It's like 20 something characters.
Yeah. And in, like, in the books, you had, like, this whole prequel that led up to this part. You don't get that, so you just get right in there. But
Get right into it. I think that's probably why rewatching that series is so satisfying.
Yeah.
Because now that you know, after you stick with it and get to know some of the people and then go back and rewatch it, there's a lot of subtlety to that show that you don't pick up on until you know what it is.
Yep. That's fair.
But
So I got what, like a month and a half to watch?
80 hours of television.
Well,
You can knock that out. Just pretend it's the challenge.
that's like, yeah.
Or Big Brother.
I don't watch Big Brother besides whenever we're over here.
Yeah.
I'll bet you a 30-pack that you can't that you'll finish. I don't know how to phrase that. You'll finish the first season by next week.
We'll see.
How about our 30-pack challenge? Are you going to finish that by next week?
Oh yeah.
What is it?
Doki Doki Literature Club.
What is that?
It's a game that I'm quite embarrassed to play. It's what is it called, a manga novel
It's
game?
like a Japanese virtual novel. It's like those video games where you try to date a anime girl ish, but you're a kid in a literature club talking to 4 girls.
And you have to try and court them.
Yeah, and you write poems.
Each of them?
I
one
mean,
of them.
hopefully
make
not
a
same
choice.
time. Yeah.
It's like a pick your own.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
exactly what it is.
But there's no real action. You're just reading lines of text, and then you get to choose a girl every now and then you get to write poetry.
You have to write it all?
No, you pick 20 words,
Oh.
and
Yeah.
then apparently that determines a poem, and then also I'm sure determines certain characteristics down the line.
Yeah, I think they're tied to girls,
Okay.
if that makes any sense.
So of the 16 words that are on the page, 4 go to one, 4 go
Yeah.
to one, 4 go to the other.
They're mostly adjectives
Yeah.
with a few nouns popped in and a
we,
few verbs.
we had some fun
Words.
streaming that on Twitch, and we
Yeah.
had a couple of other guys watching and let them vote on the words.
Yeah. The rule is JT has to stream it all with video on demand, so I can go back and make sure he did it.
And I mean, do I have to be visible during the streams?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Part of the reason why I didn't do it last night is because I was too tired to wear a shirt.
Yeah. You absolutely have to be visible.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah,
We'll finish that.
and you'll finish Game of Thrones in a week.
It is.
The first season?
You got to watch the first season.
If you can
before
bust
give
through
up.
the
Yeah.
first season, I think you can probably hit it at a steady pace after that, because I think
Yeah.
you'll be into it.
I did
Yeah.
think while watching it, it's kind of hard to get into shows that are old, that you know the people that are in it. Because, like, the character would come up and I know his name, but I wouldn't know anything about him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
And it felt like, when the first people who watched that show, they didn't know anything about it, besides if they read the books.
Yeah.
Which there's some things that happen in that show that, like, the people who were watching the show didn't know about, but people who read the books
Yeah.
knew it was
Yeah.
coming. That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
It's a damn solid show. It's very well acted, very well written. There's boobs, there's blood, there's betrayal, there's betrayal, there's betrayal,
Yeah.
there's betrayal,
Incest.
wincest, as it came to be known.
When did that first season start?
2011.
Yeah.
2011?
It was, yeah, I think so. I was in Amarillo when I watched the first season.
Yeah, it's 2011.
Huh.
I was house sitting my mother's place, and I think I just mowed the lawn, and I was like, fuck it, I'll check what's on demand. And I was like, what's this Game of Thrones? And then 10 hours later, I'd finished the first season.
Actually, no, I think it was 2010.
It was definitely out by the time I was back in Amarillo for a year.
Yeah. Fuck, when was it? I don't know. Because this is the 9th season. We're in 2019.
Yeah, but they've kind of, the way they've timed it's been weird
Don't
too.
they space
'cause
it
they've
out?
spaced it out. Kind
Oh,
of
yeah, so
odd.
maybe it was...
Earlier than 2010.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never know.
Well,
We'll figure that out later.
dup.
Figure it out now.
Okay. Neat. Do you have anybody that you like yet?
No.
Vamp.
I know. Y'all are killing me. The most quiet person here is the one that's...
2011. First one, April 17th, 2011.
Okay.
Oh, that makes sense. That's usually when they come out.
How do we get through 9 seasons in 8 years?
I don't know.
And they skipped a year.
They didn't skip a full year.
Did season 2 start that?
Really?
No, season 2 was in April 2012.
Interesting.
What's also very interesting is Game of Thrones has basically been my postgraduate career.
Oh, yeah?
Because it came out the year that we all graduated.
Oh yeah. Damn, that was a long time ago.
Yeah. You know what else is scary?
Life.
We're we're 2 years away from being a decade out of school. Let that sink in for a minute.
Look what all I have
Y'all
to show
are
for
2
it.
years. I'm like 1.5.
You didn't? Oh, you graduated in spring, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
So like 3 months.
Yeah.
This guy.
I'm going to hold on to that, all right?
What'd you do in them 3 months?
Lost like 70 pounds.
After you graduated, you went straight back.
Yeah.
It was May, right? Yeah.
It was May 26th. We camped out, and then I went the following weekend.
Yeah. And the plan was to sell the house that summer, but it was a bad market.
Look
yeah,
out.
it was weird because I kept coming down, and JT had gym house going on.
Yeah. And it was supposed to be gone, but then
Abel's quasi stealthy moved back in.
No, he never moved back in, but he used it occasionally.
Yeah. But
Yeah, no. 10 years.
yeah,
Fucking
it's
10
been a
years.
minute.
Well, I remember I was making fun of Nelson about that too. I was golfing with him like a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
And he graduated in 08. So he's over 10 years out.
From college?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, he was pretty close to being done.
He took 4 years, and he's 2 years older than you. No, he's 2 years older than me.
I'm impressed he took 4 years.
Yeah. I don't know anybody else. Did y'all do 4 years?
5.
I did 5 with summer school.
I did 6 with summer school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't-
5 of summer.
Only reason I probably did 5, I probably would have taken longer, but my loan got forgiven at 5 years max, so I had to finish up.
Oh.
Mine was because I switched majors
Yeah.
twice.
That was a problem with CJUS too, is because a lot of
That's
the core
stupid.
classes would get pushed back, or they're only available certain semesters. So
That stupid advisor screwed me.
yeah, those advisors are garbage.
My high school and early college advisors failed me. Because they're like, oh, you want to do engineering? All right, do engineering. There was no like, well, maybe you're not going to be any good at that. Because that was definitely my problem. I spent 3 years in engineering, and it was not where I should have been.
Yeah,
I'm glad I realized immediately that I did not want to do radio, television, film. At one semester, took one class and was like, nah, no.
What are we doing right now?
yeah, it's tough.
Yeah,
Like-
but I wanted to edit movies, I thought.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, fuck that. I thought editing videos would be fun, but
Because I loved that little, my media tech class where we did that
yeah.
in high school. And then watching all the paintball videos and skate videos, I was like, yeah, I want to do that. And then,
Still
well,
can.
this sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, I could, yeah.
You know, there's like 5 hours of paintball footage that's just waiting to get edited.
Yeah.
Literally waiting to get edited.
I'll buy somebody a $100 bottle of scotch if they do it.
I'll do it. I won't do it well.
I won't do it well either. Tell you what, I'll buy you a $20 bottle of scotch if you'll just edit your stuff.
That's like most of the video.
I know, it's 7 hours. No, I take that back. So I stitched everybody's footage together and put watermarks on it. That was the only thing that was saved from the Lost Project,
Yeah.
and it's 5.5 hours long.
Jesus. Yeah, there's a little. Yeah. I've already watched all my stuff, so I know it's good.
Yeah.
Maybe I can do that. I don't want a $20 bottle of scotch, though.
You don't want some grouse?
Cutty Sark?
Cutty Sark, yeah. Oh, that was yours.
Yeah.
Did I get you that John Bar? Did you try that?
I have that.
Dude, John Bar is delicious.
Yeah.
For cheap scotch. A handle is $35, and I put that down. I put that away.
I'll have to check it out. I've been sitting on Jameson a lot lately.
Sitting on it. Why would you do that? You just drink it.
Fuck you.
Oh, yeah.
Now that Nappy Castle's really hard to find again.
Yeah, it is. That's pretty upsetting because I like that whiskey a lot.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's very good.
Total Wine doesn't have it. They have everything.
I mean, a lot of places have it. They're just always sold out. So I
Oh.
think it's a inventory thing.
Yeah. And it's not, I mean, it's not as big as a lot of other scotches, so
Yeah.
it's kind of like a small batch thing that you only see every now and then.
They've got another
a hipster
line,
whiskey.
like a upper line that's like $100 bottle. I don't really feel like doing that lately, but because I'll drink it in a week anyway.
Yeah, I always feel bad about drinking expensive scotch.
Yeah.
Like, it's good, and I can really appreciate it, but I'm going to drink a lot of it.
Yep.
And it's almost wasted after the first 2 glasses.
I can't drink expensive scotch yet because I won't appreciate it.
Yeah.
So,
Probably be harder to drink anyway for me.
all right. JT's going to get on a soapbox here.
Uh-oh.
Anybody that tastes alcohol and says it's smooth is a moron. That's my hot sports opinion.
I don't know. I feel like nice vodka doesn't
I mean, if you're...
burn as bad.
Maybe not vodka.
But that's not a flavor profile. That's
So-
all you're saying there is that it doesn't burn like fucking
Yeah.
Jose
Alcohol
Cuervo
shit.
and McCormick's.
So what about in the concept of relativity? You could just say like, this is smoother than Cutty Sark.
Right.
Is that fair?
You
Smoother.
could, but I mean, if you're...
Saying everything's smooth, but yeah, I mean, like,
every time...
What's the smoothest whiskey?
Smooth is not a flavor profile.
I'm
That's
gonna
what I'm trying to say.
you've made a huge mistake.
I
because
know I
we are
did, but
going to use this. Yeah.
I had to get it out there.
All right, that's fair.
I had to get it out there.
Okay. Good to know.
And I guess moron or stupid or... these are bad adjectives. Maybe just unknowledgeable.
Bad edge.
It's better than saying it has an oaky afterbirth. But
After birth?
Yeah, it's a office quote.
it's an office bit.
Oh.
But yeah, even like, people that I know have decent whiskey palates will say, smooth. And I'm like, no, stop. Just say it's good. Just say it's really good or something along those lines.
Every time I drink whiskey around you now.
I
first
know.
thing,
Yeah,
I
it's
know.
gonna happen. There will be a group text without you in it.
I mean,
It's going to play that, was that Matchbox 20 song?
what's the alcohol that we know that has the tagline always smooth?
Keystone?
That's what people say smooth after drinking whiskey.
That's fair.
Are people that drink Keystone.
We drank Keystone.
A lot.
We did.
When was the last time you drank Keystone?
I'm sure
at
Beard has
Brian's.
brought
It-
Look at that
yeah.
butthole in that starfish.
Context for our viewers.
We're watching Blue Planet 2, right?
It was a starfish, yeah.
Yeah, Starfish had his butthole open.
I guess
was
his
large.
mouth.
Buttholes.
Same thing, right? For them?
I don't know. I don't know the anatomy of deep sea starfish.
You should Google it.
Dude, nightmares exist below
Oh
in
my
the
God,
depths of the
yes.
ocean.
The depth of the ocean is freaky.
The first time I saw an anglerfish, I shit myself. That thing is a fucking goblin fish.
But I would love to get like a personal submarine and just go submarining.
That's probably the best, like, fuck you money thing I've ever heard was when James Cameron was like, I'm going to be the first person at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. There's a Reddit thread. Y'all seen the video of that giant jellyfish at the oil derrick or whatever?
Mm-mm.
The off-sea oil. I'll show it to you later. It is
Yeah.
the thing of fucking nightmares. But there's a thing on Reddit today that's talking about
I'll link it in the description down below.
submariners and the sonar techs. You know, the guys that listen to headphones just like this, listening to sonar.
Uh-huh.
And it was something about how they dropped a mic all the way down to, not related to this.
Yes, that's exactly what made me think of that.
Yeah, they dropped a mic all the way to the bottom of the Marianas Trench. And they were expecting silence, but it picked up, like, they said it was like a Category 4 type, I don't know what the terminology was.
Yeah, typhoon.
worth of whales
No,
communicating.
I think what it was saying was that it picked up all the surface noise.
Oh, really?
Like, they were thinking they wouldn't be able to hear anything through the miles of ocean.
Yeah, but it picked up everything.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Why? Is that just because of the trench or?
Well, it's because sound waves travel through water better than they do through air.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't hear something that loud through the air, but through the water you could hear everything. But they were hearing, like, whale songs and things that were, thousands of feet, miles away, literally. And they could hear it all clear as day.
But the story was that tickled me was a guy that ran an armory on a battleship of some kind in the Navy.
Uh-huh.
And he said that a bunch of sonar techs came over begging to check out a couple rifles, a grenade, and some ammunition to shoot the dolphins that had been talking in their their mics for like the last month.
How would you shoot a dolphin, man?
Dolphins are
You have a
dickheads,
month
right?
to think about it.
They'll rape humans.
The bastards of the ocean.
Yeah, they are. Which is funny because they're like mythical, majestic creatures that that
Everyone
like,
thinks is lovable
or they're like good luck if you see dolphins as you're leaving port.
on your cruise.
We saw dolphins.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we
we
did
did.
too. I think that's like a bit though.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
They,
most
like,
of
throw
the
some
shit.
dolphins out. They shoot them out of the front of the cruise ship.
Oh yeah.
so everyone thinks it's lucky.
There are sea dolphins. They're drone dolphins.
Yeah. But I don't know. Maybe they're just like people. You have your dicks and your cool dolphins. Like Flipper was a bro. Maybe those other guys, not so much.
No.
Kind of rapey.
We should make a movie about a dick dolphin,
What?
like an asshole dolphin.
Can you mark that?
No. Like
an asshole dolphin.
yeah, like an asshole.
Okay.
Like a dick dolphin.
Okay.
But
like
well, maybe not a movie. Maybe like let's get Dan Harmon on it. I think he'll be all about that while
Yeah.
he's not making Rick and Morty
What?
cartoons.
Rick and Morty? What?
Yeah.
It's been a long day. Fuck you.
It's a Monday.
All
Yeah.
right.
Sunday.
Before we leave the ocean, what's your favorite submarine movie?
You know what's
I don't know
crazy?
if I've seen one.
That's like my pop's that's his favorite genre of movies.
Submarine movies?
Yeah, it's weird, but he fucking loves them all.
Titanic?
That's not a
There's
submarine.
there's a submarine
The end
in
of it was.
It was a bad submarine, all right? Or it's good, depending on because it's still down there.
Yeah.
Wait, it stayed undetected for almost 100 years.
Right?
And James Cameron found it, right?
Yeah.
Well, he resurrected it into pop culture. That's for sure.
I know what's going to come out of yours.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you? I don't think you do.
Hunt for Red October.
You're gonna
Is
get
that
this
a
wrong.
submarine, or are you
It is, but
line?
that's the one he thought it was going to be, but that's not the
Yeah.
one I was going to pick.
I haven't watched it again lately, so maybe
Fear.
it hasn't held up, but U571 is probably up there for me.
Fell asleep in that movie.
Did you?
Yeah. I was also like 14.
You also like Fast and the Furious. So
I love it. Oh, that's something we can talk about.
nope.
Yeah, it is.
We're talking about our submarines.
Yeah, so my favorite submarine movie is not actually. I mean, it's a submarine movie, but it's a comedy. Down Periscope.
Oh yeah, Kelsey
never
Grammer.
even
I
heard of it.
fucking love that movie.
Yeah, Kelsey Grammer, and it's got the dude from Third Rock from the Sun, the squinty-eyed dude.
Oh, okay. I know
He's
what you're
in
talking
there.
about. He was an alien in like Men in Black. One of them.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. How do you not
He's
know
like
this?
this, short brown hair.
Look him up, squinty-eyed dude, Third Rock from the Sun. It's not John Lithgow.
Was he the sonar guy or the electrician?
I don't remember. I might be wrong. It's been a minute. I thought he
I
was
mean, I
in
know
it there.
exactly who you're talking about.
Oh yeah,
He did
tell
have
us who he
squinty
is.
eyes.
Down
Squinty-eye
Periscope.
guy.
If he's Asian, y'all are racist.
No, he's
Third
just
Rock.
not
He's
Asian.
white.
Gordon Levitt, and he was in
He
Third
was.
Rock.
Yeah, he was young, right? Yeah, this
Yeah.
guy. Right?
What's his name?
Yeah, it's him.
Oh, okay. That's who I thought you were talking about.
Yeah.
But I've never seen Third Rock from the Sun.
His real name is French Stewart, or
Oh yeah, that makes sense. French Stewart. Yeah.
But no, I like that one a lot.
How many other ones can you name? Like K-19.
Crimson Tide.
Oh yeah,
that's not a good one.
No, it's not.
I've never seen these, but
There's a new one that came out with like Gerard Butler. And,
Oh no, fuck no. Gerard Butler is quickly becoming the Vin Diesel of.
he stabbed a dude in the neck with a T-bone, though.
that was pretty sick. Law Abiding Citizen was a pretty good movie.
I liked it except for the end.
Yeah. Especially when they like
I'll go ahead and take one. Anything.
you can almost
Want the
like
other one?
you can almost empathize with his character in Law Abiding Citizen, but then at the end, like you realize that he's just a
Yeah.
murderous guy. But right,
I'm cool with that.
I mean,
I'm not.
I don't
cool
know.
with murder.
I don't know who to root for in that. Like, he's not wrong. He got dicked over by the system.
I think probably the one part where I can kind of get why he's a bad guy is when he killed that assistant DA chick. he blew up her car.
Yeah.
That was kind of fucked up.
That's the point whenever they're making him the villain instead
Yeah.
of the...
It was like Killmonger in Black Panther, same thing.
Yeah.
He's got to kill somebody good
Oh,
so you don't empathize with him.
so speaking of Michael B. Jordan,
Sorry.
do you know where he got his acting start? Or at least the earliest thing I've ever seen him in?
Nope.
He was in The Wire.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who pointed that one out to me?
Who?
The wife.
Oh, cool. He played the,
One of the street
snitches,
guys.
right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Doesn't he get got? I think he gets got.
Man, it
Spoiler
sucks.
alert.
He got away, and
Yeah.
then he came back, and they killed him.
See, that's another show I gotta finish.
How have you not...
Well, wait, quickly. Define finish. How far did you get?
I'm on the boat season. Is that 2?
That's
two.
season 2.
Yeah.
You can,
Season 1 was good. And
What?
You can
season
almost
2
skip season 2.
And the boat stuff, and I was like,
Season
yeah, this
2
is
was
boring.
okay.
I mean, it has its ups and downs.
What's the best
right?
season, 3 or 4?
3 and 4.
3 and 4 are the
I would
best,
say
yeah.
more than 3. Yeah.
Why is that always the best season in shows? Like Dexter's best season was 4.
What, is that the one with the Trinity Killer?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's when the
That's
show
by far the
ended,
best.
right?
Yeah. Nothing happened
Basically.
after that. Did you see they're bringing? I don't know if y'all are really fans, but they're bringing Deadwood back.
I have seen
I didn't watch it.
shit for it, but I have not seen it.
Is he in there? Michael C. Hall?
No, sorry.
Oh, he's in 6 Feet Under.
Do-ba-do.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
You might need to pause it.
I was thinking about that, but I want to watch you struggle in shame.
It's the mount is broken-ish.
Is it broken? All right, stand by. And we're back in 3, 2, 1. Dicks.
Back and nothing happened.
I pushed unpause and said we're back in 3, 2, 1
Oh,
Yeah.
good job.
for the bit.
I was gonna say something bad to make y'all laugh as we came back, but I'm glad I didn't. Anyway,
Well, I tried to get it with the dicks comment. Sporting good.
sorry.
All right. So I asked y'all a question if we had talked about this, and we had not. So I'm going to bring it up. Were the Geico caveman commercials ahead of their time?
Ahead?
Yeah.
Time? I don't
And
know. They're
question-
still around.
And the follow up question is, would they actually be approved today?
They
Because the whole bit about the Geico caveman is that it's a subgroup within the population that is offended by marketing techniques. They're making fun of caveman because they're stupid
Yeah.
and they can do something,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so he's outraged. And so the whole bit about the Geico caveman is about being outraged about insensitivity.
Did you think this up on your own, or did you find this on some subreddit?
No, I was drunk as shit, and I was like, that shit wouldn't get made today.
You're probably right there.
yeah, I guess they haven't made
But-
any new ones, but they're still on TV.
But my point is, the reason why I think they're ahead of their time is they also point out, and this is the part that's going to get a little controversial, they're pointing out the absurdity of some of the outrage culture in our country.
Right.
Like, obviously, there are some things that have existed in the past that people should be outraged of, and they've been addressed, and hopefully we're moving forward. But at the same time, I think we're at a point where the pendulum is going to start swinging back the other way, where people are going to be like, all right, well, that's too fucking far.
Right.
That's too far.
It's getting close. They
We're getting
talked
close.
about, like, there was some school in Dallas, some high school that had like a picture of somebody in blackface in the 70s, and like the current day principal had to apologize for it.
Yeah.
It's like, really?
So was it somebody in the school was wearing blackface in
Yeah.
the 70s?
Or like they had like a group of like a slave day maybe, and they don't do it anymore, and it was like the 70s, and somebody found a yearbook picture of the slave day
Yeah.
with people in blackface, and it was like people freaked out, made
And-
the principal apologize and say, oh, that's horrible for our history, which it is, but really it happened in the 70s. They don't do it anymore.
Yeah, it was a reflection of the time. And if anything, it shows the progression that our culture has made, that those things used to be acceptable, and now people are outraged to see it,
Right.
and nobody does it.
And on that note, it was bad, sure, but at least the school wasn't flaunting it as heritage.
Yeah.
Right.
And waving a flag of it, and That's, I think, where the big problem is.
I was driving through Oklahoma this weekend, and there was a like roadside merchant that was selling rugs, and they had 5 very prominently displayed Confederate flag rugs.
Was Oklahoma in
How
the
many of them did
Confederacy?
you buy?
It's in
Was
the
Oklahoma State?
South. I think I don't
Andrew
know.
Jackson? No, because I don't know. I'm gonna shut up.
But
When was
I
the
mean,
Texas
it's Southern
State?
pride, right?
1865 or something.
This is
Texas.
why we need, the Goose and the Nelson here. But I thought at that time Oklahoma was just full of Indians that were pissed off.
Well, if you want to talk about a group of American culture that should be pissed off.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
During the Civil War, most of the area of present-day Oklahoma was called the Indian Territory. The 5 civilized tribes decided to support the Confederacy, and about 3,500
God.
Indians served in the Confederate units.
Oh wow! See, so
Well
Wow,
done, fucked up.
that is interesting. So Oklahoma as a
That's
state
legit.
did not exist, but Indians supported slavery.
Well, there's none of those in Oklahoma anymore,
yeah.
anyway. So
Yeah. Today we learned fun
Yeah.
facts with JT.
oops,
I do that for
JT. There's 3 of us.
Well, but I brought it up.
But I asked if it was.
I googled it,
Yeah, I asked the question.
and you got the answer from me.
from the internet.
All right, fine. Fun facts with the NTX podcast.
There you go.
The more you know. No, I do that at work with everybody on my team. Like I say good morning, and then like everyone's like blah, 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 stupid shit, and then I'll Google a fun fact and give them JT's fun fact of the day.
Oh really?
Yeah, I don't know if they like it because they kind of work for me, or if
Yeah,
they actually find it interesting, or if they think I'm full of shit.
Just stop it for a few days and see if someone says, "Hey, where's our fun fact?"
Yeah, like
All right.
I used to fucking hate when a certain person would put a "It's Wednesday, my dudes" videos.
But that's just because you don't like me.
Well,
You don't work for me.
bullshit. I was gonna say there was the first time it happened where it was like 11:30, and I'm like texting in the chat like, "John, where is it? I don't know what's going on in my life, but I need it.
What day is it today?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's Wednesday.
My life is a
dudes.
lie right now."
So that's one of those like easy to
this
harvest
episode?
karma moments. Is I found a guy who made those videos every week. Right?
Yeah,
He stopped it.
yeah, I know it did.
And honestly, the reason why he said he stopped it is he was doing it for a bit to see if he could do it every week for a year, and he did it. But I mean, he was getting thousands of views, like he was getting money off that, and then he stopped it. The guy put it another, and I'm sorry, the person, I don't know if it's a girl or not,
Or what they identify
as.
A frog.
Probably. All of their videos had frogs in them.
Yeah. Holy
What the fuck
shit.
is that thing?
It's an octopus.
Oh
That
my
was
God.
badass. We would be so dead in the ocean if we were
Dude.
fish.
All right, speaking of conspiracy theories,
What?
have you heard that people think that octopuses come from outer space? Octopi? Octopussies?
I've heard like
half this stuff in the ocean. Could
I've
come
heard that
from
it
outer
wasn't
space.
like quite a theory, but they're like, well, I mean, I guess it is a theory that like it would explain a few things.
Yeah. But they said their DNA is so vastly different than everybody else's. I'm pulling shit out of my ass right now. I don't know anything about it, and I'm not a biologist, but I think the theory is that their DNA is vastly different than any other DNA on the planet.
Really?
I could be full of shit,
They're cool animals.
but also, I mean,
They're badass.
Creepy looking.
the fact that they're made of DNA means they're probably from this planet.
Yeah, I'd say so. They're like super strong and they're super smart.
And they can make themselves look like rocks or balloons or
Yeah, they
whatever.
change colors.
They
They
can
can.
fit through tiny
it-
holes.
Yeah.
And they can almost change textures.
Mm-hmm.
And they're also the only type of seafood, well, one of two only types of seafood I do not like to eat in sushi form.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I've ever had.
Also,
octopus.
yeah, the videos of people pouring soy sauce on them. It's
Uh-huh.
creepy as fuck. Have you all seen that?
Yeah, but it just hits like
They
electrical
constrict
current.
and move like it re-ups the electrical
Oh,
in their nerve system, so
because
it
of salt or
starts.
something.
Yeah, it's creepy. You check it out.
we may have to.
But Yeah.
But no, I don't like it. It tastes like chewy rubber. The other
Yeah.
one is sea urchin. I fucking hate sea urchin. I won't eat
I've
that
never had
sushi.
that either.
We
Tastes
had
like mush.
sea urchin somewhere. I thought it was okay. That was the only time I liked it.
Was
the
it
same
at-
spot where I had the salted tuna that made me cough, not the salted, the pepper tuna. That there was so much pepper on it, I was coughing pepper up all night.
Was that me or you or the group?
What?
Because the time that I'm thinking would have been Kichi.
Oh no,
It wasn't that one.
no, it was when I had it was at what's it called Wild Ginger. Back in the day, Louisville.
Oh yeah. Perhaps.
We're giving people so many locators for us.
Everyone
Identifier.
everyone that listens to it right now knows.
I know. Just paranoid.
Everything
about
about
Louisville's
us.
not a good place to get exotic seafood.
that. It was not
Texas is not a good place to
yeah,
get it.
yeah,
I always hate. All right, we're talking about seafood problems.
yeah.
I hate when people talk about Gulf seafood as like a positive descriptor. Like you'll be like you'll go into a nice restaurant and it's like Gulf shrimp with some other stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to eat shrimp from the Gulf of fucking Texas or the Gulf of Mexico.
Now with 50% more oil in it.
Yes. Like,
They clean it though. It's all right.
Okay.
have you seen how many tumas are all over the shrimp that come out of the Gulf of Mexico?
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
That's the reason why
just
they
more
don't
meat.
sell it with the head on.
Yeah.
Did you say it's more meat?
God damn it. Oh, I hate y'all.
What does a tumor taste like?
That's a good
Too far?
question.
Can you mark
Too far?
that too?
Shit. But yeah, Geico cavemen ahead of their time, and we're going to see similar marketing trends in the future.
Of what? People being offended too easily and them getting
Yeah.
shot
Because-
down for it.
I mean, obviously,
SJWs everywhere.
Wasn't like
Yeah.
the Heineken, or was it Stella that had the commercial where they were passing a beer down the bar and it goes past all the white people and it gets to a black person and they drink it and they got called out for being racist. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, we'll pull it, but it was like almost intentional, like they wanted to rustle some
Cause a
jimmies.
stir.
yeah, there's a concept called outrage marketing.
Yeah.
That is like
Yeah.
You see it. I hope they don't sue me, but it was like Gucci or one of those like high end fashion brands.
Yeah.
Put out a sweater that you could roll it up and it would cover your face and it was black and the lips were red. And it's like, I mean, how do you not know?
They knew.
Yeah.
They knew exactly. And people are like, well, if you hired some black people to be in your marketing firms, you would know that. And it's like, no, they know. They know. The people that made that
It might
sweater,
have been a black person's idea.
it might have been. And you know what? We're talking about it.
That guy's got middle management material all over him. I can't.
Straight
talk to
shooter with middle management
Yeah.
written all over him. But I mean, obviously it's offensive and obviously it's racist and all that other shit. But they're doing it on purpose
Yeah.
because people talk about it, and then it's that whole concept. And this is fucking Jerry Jones in a nutshell. If you're in the headlines, then you're doing something right.
yeah.
No news is bad news.
them. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's what it is. And eventually people are going to realize they're getting taken advantage of. And eventually they'll be like, man, the only way to win is to not play the game. Like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
That was my hipster impersonation.
Oh yeah,
It was bad.
that's pretty bad.
It was pretty bad. But, yeah, mark my words. I said it on this day, March 4th, 2019.
Okay.
The pendulum is swinging the other way soon.
I don't even watch TV anymore, so it doesn't affect me.
I follow one particular news YouTuber that keeps me up to date with all this stuff.
Oh yeah,
And it's good.
Alex Jones.
No, it's not. Alex Jones is fucking crazy, but I get why people listen
Is
to
it a
him.
bit though? Is Alex Jones a bit?
I don't think it is. I think he's legitimately like crazy, but he knows the people who. So Alex Jones was on Joe Rogan the past week,
Yeah.
and like Joe Rogan knows it's a bit or knows that it's not a bit, but he thinks it's funny.
To push him.
Yeah, to push his buttons because he's crazy. He's like that crazy friend that you keep around that
Joe
says
Rogan
stupid shit.
is making it a bit. Like, no, I'm not saying that Alex Jones is a bit. I'm saying Joe Rogan bringing him on and egging him on is a bit.
Exactly.
By Joe Rogan.
Yeah, agreed. But I think that Alex Jones himself actually believes to some extent all the shit that's going on. Like all the
probably.
shit. Is that food shit or?
They're pooping. That's sand.
Okay.
That is what all of our beaches are made out of. Is that fish poop right there?
Fish poop.
That's sand. Legit. That's how it's made. They eat coral, grind it up in their stomachs, and they shit out sand.
Jesus.
That's how we have beaches.
That's a lot of shit.
Yeah,
That's a lot of shit.
for millions of years.
What used to be there besides sand?
I don't know. Megalodons.
I thought sand was like the crushed up rocks that just like get taken down by wave action.
I don't know. I'm
And
100% bullshitting right now.
Oh. All right.
Oh, you got a turtle GoPro.
Yeah.
Sorry, yes. What's your next shit?
That was it, man.
What's next? Go down the list.
Go down the list.
What about eggs?
What about eggs?
Well, cool. All right, good things.
Well, see you later. Big gulps, huh?
Big gulps, huh?
I haven't seen that movie.
Oh,
Really?
yeah.
You haven't seen Dumb and Dumber?
Nope.
I haven't seen it since I've been old enough to understand it.
Yeah, it's been a decade or two, probably 2.
I feel like
hold
it,
up. No way.
Wouldn't know.
I haven't seen it. I know that Jeff Bridges is not Jeff Bridges.
Daniels.
Jeff Daniels is, thank you, a much better actor than the fact that he's known as the Dumb and Dumber guy. Same thing with Jim Carrey. They're both really, really talented actors that, like, their biggest claim to fame is, like, the dumbest movie ever made.
Yeah.
That's not true.
I was
Movie
gonna
43 was the dumbest movie ever made.
What's your
That
favorite
movie's
Jim
great.
Carrey movie?
Yes, man.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to see
Bruce Almighty.
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless
I
Mind.
haven't seen that movie.
That's a pretty good one. It's close. Truman Show's pretty good, too.
I've only seen little bits of the Truman Show.
Yeah.
Same
Yeah.
thing with the Cable Guy.
The same with Truman Show. I actually sat down and watched it a couple months ago because I hadn't seen it. Liar Liar is hard to beat, too, though.
Liar Liar is solid.
What
I think
are you doing? I'm fucking my shit up, man. Sorry.
I've had better. I didn't understand that when I first saw that movie.
Yeah.
23 was horrifying.
I never saw it.
It was he showed some acting chops in that one.
Oh, yeah.
That
Yeah.
was a horror movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've seen that.
Dude, comedians doing horror movies is something that's really unsettling because they're really good actors, but you just think of them as like the funny clown. But
Fucking Robin Williams in Family Photo.
1 hour photo.
1
1 hour photo, yeah.
That's exactly what I was thinking
Oh,
of.
shit, yeah.
That's still one of the creepiest movies I've ever seen. With
Yeah.
nothing really scary that happens.
No,
Yeah.
but they do.
I mean, he like
Set it
follows
up.
them around and stuff, right? Like you
Yeah.
think he's gonna murder them.
Yeah. He's a bad guy in a Pacino movie, too.
Robin Williams is.
Insomnia. Yeah, Insomnia. Yeah.
Wasn't he like the Penguin? No, it was Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito. Fucking love Danny DeVito, man. Like,
He's crazy.
I'm glad he found his calling finally.
Yeah.
As
finally.
what's his name in Always Sunny? Like he's
yeah.
the perfect embodiment of who he is.
Yeah, there are people that... There's actually a pretty solid following on that show that say that the show only went downhill after he joined, but he's one of my favorite parts. Him and the Dennis... Or not Dennis. The Charlie dynamic.
Because they're both fucking insane. Wasn't he Rumham?
Rumham, yeah. Oops. I dropped these Magnum condoms for my massive dong.
I have seen that clip.
Yeah. The
Because-
Dennis system is probably one of my favorite episodes
Yeah.
of TV, period. That and Charlie Work. Charlie Work is it's a one show too, or a one shot.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. We might watch it after we get done with this.
I like how you assume that I love the one shot.
Because you do.
I do.
Am I wrong?
No, I really loved it in that episode of True Detective.
Yeah, we watched it like 40 times.
I know, it was so good.
There's a whole movie in one shot. We watched it in my RTVF class.
Was it called Birdman? No, that wasn't out then.
Birdman, fucking Gravity. What's the one with?
There is a long sequence in Gravity that's one shot.
The whole movie is one shot.
Is
I
it?
mean, it's not literally one shot, but it's shot as a one shot movie.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Look at that fucking rapist right there.
it's a dolphin, guys. Sorry. Actually, just looking at Mateo.
They're whistling apparently.
Oh yeah, we did have a. Sorry. What else? So we franchised
What about bread?
Tank today.
Yeah. Didn't think.
Oh, we did?
Didn't think they were
Yeah.
gonna do that, but
They're saying that we only did it so we could still make negotiations with them, but
This segment's going to be about football.
is
Sorry.
it today like the last day that they had to do it or something?
they had to do it by today. Yeah.
I guess they hadn't come to a agreement then on something,
Nope.
and they can't let him go because he's that good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If there's one person out of those four that you had to resign, I think he'd be number one on my list. Zeke, Dak, and Amari.
Yeah.
Amari might be right there too, though.
Did you see the parade that went down in New Orleans this past weekend?
Nope.
They had like 48 blind refs
Oh,
marching down
wow.
the street.
Jesus. Fucking no chill.
I still haven't really heard anything about that though. NFL hadn't done anything.
I mean, they already admitted they're wrong.
Yeah.
That's all they're gonna do.
Is that guy gonna ref next year, or that crew?
I don't
Who
know.
knows?
I mean, there has to be an override button, right?
That's what they're trying to come up with.
There has to be an oversight. Like, there has to be a Toronto. There has to be a war room. Like, there has to be something that, like, can quick action, quick response. Like, okay, hold up, guys.
That was horrible.
That was the worst call. Like, that was worse than Des caught it. Like,
Yeah.
that was so bad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, can we all agree on that?
That was
Even
that was
the
in a bigger
defensive
game.
player said it was a penalty.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
said he penalized him so he wouldn't catch the ball because he was beat, and they
Yeah.
didn't call it.
Yeah, and it wasn't even just pass interference. Like, he blew the guy up helmet to helmet.
Yeah.
Like, even if it wasn't pass interference, it should have been a personal foul.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so bad. So bad. So I'm surprised the city of New Orleans took it with such class.
Yeah, it sucks.
I mean, yeah,
like
what can you do though? They moved on.
for us,
Obviously
as,
they didn't.
as Dallas fans,
Yeah.
we wanted there to be a situation that would finally make this a conversation worth having as far as the override. It just sucks that it cost somebody more than it cost us multiple years
Yeah.
because they were going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That makes any sense. Like, you
Yeah.
want this in a regular season game, but I mean, it wouldn't get the pushback that it did in a regular season game.
No. We were going to a Super Bowl too.
Yeah, damn right.
Yeah, we were.
That was our year.
That was our year.
Who was
Who-
next? Seattle.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
getting shit on no matter. That was
No, fuck that. We would have beat Seattle back then.
That was fucking Legion of Boom, Seattle.
Meh. We're
No,
about
was
to
it?
have
Yeah, it was.
Earl Thomas.
Wasn't it? Didn't the Patriots win?
What?
The Patriots beat them, right?
Yeah,
That
but
next
it's still Legion of Boom, Seattle.
year? I thought that was the year that they won. Wait.
Yeah, but there was like 4 fucking years of Legion of
Oh.
Boom where they had Earl Thomas and
Every time you say Earl Thomas, I think Earl Camber.
Eric Camber.
Earl Camber.
Eric Camber. How's that dude doing today? He's probably fucked up.
Earl Campbell?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know if there's any hard-hitting NFL player from more than 20 years ago that's still sane.
Yeah, it sucks.
It does.
Not even, they don't even need to be hard hitting. Like,
Bill Romanowski.
I do like that Tony Romo is better than Troy Aikman in the booth.
I mean, that's up for debate here, right?
Is it?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
What's not up for debate is they're both much better than Jason Witten.
Right. That's why I wouldn't bail. He's coming back.
But I like Tony too. I like Troy. I think they both have unique. I'd love for them to do one together.
Yeah, because you love.
It'll
Joe
never
Buck.
happen, but
All right. You ready for a hot sports debate?
let's go.
Who's the better quarterback between Troy and Tony?
I mean, so
Dak.
Quincy fucking Carter, you fucking cunt.
I can't believe you hate Dak so much.
Because he's bad. It's believable.
He's not.
He's bad. He's bad.
Look, he's not bad. We've just had good quarterbacks for a while, and now we're getting a normal one.
Excuse me.
We had a good quarterback.
We had a good quarterback. Just because you don't remember
Vinny
Quincy
Testaverde
Carter,
and Drew Bledsoe.
Vinny, yeah, fucking Chad Hutchinson.
Dallas is defined by a good quarterback, and everyone forgets about the ones that don't matter.
It's not even just that. It's
What
about
would you like?
Gentleman's choice.
Dak fucks up the most elementary throws. Like, enough to where Troy Aikman is like, I can't excuse that. That's just one of the worst throws I've ever seen in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. That's my
But
bet.
he'll be better this year.
We say that every fucking year. But I would probably lean towards Tony.
Yeah.
Troy had a stupid good cast around him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His whole life.
Yep.
And so that's why I tend to think that Troy was actually the better quarterback, but he had the better team around him, so he didn't have to do as much.
Yeah. I mean, that's like, it's the whole debate on Emmitt Smith versus Barry Sanders.
Yeah.
I think Barry Sanders was better.
Yeah. He was.
Emmett just had the better team.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but, in the end, all that matters is record.
Yeah.
And if you look at the stats, Tony Romo was better.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
if you
more
look at the
touchdowns.
results,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like those 3 Super Bowls?
you
One of
like them
them's-
yeah, they weren't yours, Jerry. Fuck off.
One of them's going to be in the Hall of Fame, and the other won't be as a player.
Yeah. Say Tony
Unfortunately.
won't get in unless he has a super long broadcasting career.
Gonna suck that Eli is going to be in the Hall of Fame, and
Is he,
Tony's
though?
not. Eli is
He's got 2
without
Super
a
Bowl
doubt.
rings.
Yeah, but
Name me one other quarterback with 2 Super Bowl rings that's not in the Hall of Fame.
Phil Sibbs. Does he have one, though? Is he in the Hall of Fame? I don't even know.
I don't have the knowledge to actually dispute you. I was just banking that every quarterback with 2 rings is in there.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't know. I'm sure there are some, but none recent memory.
John
'Cause-
Elway has 2 rings, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has 3, right?
No,
Pey-
2.
Peyton
3P.
has 2?
1,
3P.
2. Yeah.
He has 2.
Colts and Broncos.
Colts and Broncos.
Yeah.
But Peyton was good.
Who's better, Eli or Peyton?
Oh, God.
Well, only one of them could beat the Patriots.
Twice.
Hey.
Yep. So I know we're supposed to be anti-NFC East teams, but that game was fucking awesome. The catch game,
Yeah.
With
I was
Tyree.
going nuts.
Yeah. Because fuck the Patriots.
I just
At that
didn't want
point,
anybody
I
to
didn't
have a
hate the
perfect
Patriots as
season.
much.
I didn't
Yeah.
hate them, but I
Yeah.
didn't want anybody to have a pretty season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't the Dallas fucking Cowboys.
Yeah.
Football Cowboys. That's the F.
That was football.
F stands for.
Respect. Press F for respect.
F.
Speaking of video game stuff, got a question for you. Do you recall from Call of Duty? Wow,
Call of Duty?
reset in
Shannon
3,
Doherty game?
2, 1. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. The Shnami boy. Remember, no Russian.
Yes.
You remember that one?
Yes. Yes, you do.
You'll remember it when we start describing it. But it's the first time in a video game that I actually was like, what the fuck is this? But
I was at your house when you played it.
yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is this?
What the fuck is this? But the bit was, like, when you start the campaign in Call of Duty MW2, it says there are some extremely graphic moments in this game. If you want to opt out of them, you don't have to play them. Like, we can just, like, move past them.
Okay.
And then you say, yeah, I'm okay with graphic content. And then before that mission starts, it also brings up another warning that says this mission is extremely graphic. Are you
like
sure
that's
you
the
want to
airport
continue?
Dude.
Yeah, it's the airport one.
Yeah.
So that got referenced on Reddit. I don't know, like a couple of weeks ago, and so I realized that I bought Modern Warfare 2 on my PC, and I still had it, and so I re-downloaded it and I played. That was like the 3rd mission. Like, it was really early on
It
in
was
the
the
campaign.
second mission.
Second mission, yeah.
Yeah.
It was really quick, and I went back and played it, and I remember playing it 10 years ago. Whenever it was 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, and I was like, wow, this is fucked up. And I played it now, and like it like really fucked with me. Like, so
Yeah.
I don't know if it was me maturing for 8 years and like realizing like what actually happens when you fire into a crowd of people and like the repercussions of that, or if I don't know, I'm just an old and a pussy now.
You think that level could be made now?
Fuck no.
It was controversial then.
Yeah.
Like
You need to play Spec Ops: The Line. It's a cool game.
Yeah.
It kind of deals with that moral kind of line.
Yeah.
You'll like it.
because the whole bit of that mission
buy
was
it for
what?
you.
To kill the people that are running out. Like the
Well, so the bit of the
You're
mission,
undercover.
Yeah, you're a deep cover CIA agent who's there infiltrating like a group of Russian terrorists, right?
Yeah. And then they end up killing you and making you so it looks like the CIA did it. So
Yeah.
it starts like civil unrest.
And that's why like you walk out of the elevator and he says, "Remember, no Russian," because he doesn't want anybody that survives to hear them speaking Russian because they're blaming it on the Americans.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a setup and a double cross and whatever, but still like hundreds of people just get mowed down at a security checkpoint.
Yeah.
All right, honest question. We've all three played that?
Yeah.
Did you shoot the first time?
I don't think I did the first time.
I did.
Of course you did. You yeah.
it's been so long since I played.
It took me a second. I was like, well, I'll probably fail if I don't.
Yeah.
Is
That's
it
not
backwards
true.
compatible?
I wanted to do it.
Can I play that on the one? 'Cause I think I still have it.
You might be
It
able
might
to.
be.
You might be able to. Or you can get a PC.
Nah. Costs too much money.
Fuck you, it didn't cost too much money. It's too late now. I've already sold them off. But I had one. I would have saved you $1,000.
So Matt, you mentioned this name a few minutes ago. Shanna Doherty.
What about her?
Relevant. Two things happened today. Did y'all hear?
No.
So similar to her,
Charmed
Luke
is
Perry
bad.
died today.
Luke Perry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is, but I know I
From
since
Friends?
he died.
No, Luke Perry.
Matthew Perry.
From
That would be upsetting because
Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills.
90210.
He's in a lot of stuff. You probably recognize him.
Yeah.
Some.
I saw a picture of him and I'm like, I don't know who that is still.
Yeah, you've seen him. And
Luke Perry.
It's sad, but also Keith Flint of the Prodigy died today.
Oh yeah, I heard
He
that
didn't
too.
die.
I'm a fire starter.
He killed
Suicide?
himself.
Well,
Yeah.
he still died,
Yeah. Those are
but
those are sad.
He just did it himself.
Those are sad.
I was expecting there to be some kind of impact. We heard the
Oh, that
Prodigy
guy.
the other day at the concert. They were
Oh,
playing.
yeah.
It was weird. We're at it wasn't a metal concert. We're at a rock concert, and they played the Prodigy during all the intermissions.
It was metal.
It wasn't metal. I mean, that's
The one band, yeah.
soft-ish metal.
Yeah,
Thrice
they're-
is not metal.
Yeah, Thrice isn't.
No, they're
Thrice is dad rock at this point.
they're post-hardcore like emo scream, but not scream, but new wave thrash.
There's like no screaming in
Keith Flint.
Horizon anymore.
Oh, he's the frontman of the Prodigy.
Yeah, he's the guy. This
Oh yeah,
sucks.
that fucking
Prodigy
dude.
was big for me growing up. I don't know about y'all.
I like some of
No.
their stuff. They were smack my bitch up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, there were other songs, but yes. they
yeah,
were
and
Smack My Bitch Up.
Firestarter, and
Yeah.
they had a lot of other stuff, but
Yeah.
I mean, for our audience out there,
I was not a big Prodigy fan.
I was in that. It was like industrial techno metal.
Yeah.
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 I still remember whenever we first started getting into the whole dubstep and fucking techno move and EDM and all that stuff, and I remember very distinctly that Matty Bo was like, "Man, I've been listening to this shit for like 20 years."
Yeah.
Because he'd been talking about the industrial stuff that he'd been listening to,
Yeah.
and I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
That'd be so if you had a time machine and you could do some stuff like, sure, you do some worthwhile stuff, but I would definitely go find like an early 90s rave in a factory somewhere because I bet that shit was awesome.
Yeah.
Like just fucking industrial music, and you know, before the industrial techno emo kids had smoke masks on and stuff. It was probably cool.
Fucking cybergoths.
Yeah, cybergoth.
I bet it was I bet it was good. I bet it was good. You can still find that if you go to like discos in Europe.
Yeah.
They still play that.
How many discos you been in Europe?
I haven't, but I've seen videos online.
Okay.
I mean, you've seen Euro Trip, right? Scotty doesn't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm pulling shit out of my ass.
Ouch.
Have you heard of the whole ASMR thing? Where
Yes.
hot chicks will whisper into
I
mics?
fucking hate that shit. I'm sorry. I don't know. There's something about it that
It's because it
just
doesn't affect you.
no. It pisses me the fuck off. It's just more than anything. It's about like talk to me in a normal tone of voice. Like just the whole whispering in my ear. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know the bit. I know why people do it.
It's meant to simulate a stripper talking in your ear.
Is it?
So here's the thing. So
I mean, all right.
allegedly,
I'll expand on that.
the thing is, you're supposed to turn the lights off. You're supposed to close your eyes, have a dark setting, and then just kind of zone out. And it's supposed to like give you the
tingles.
yeah. If that's true, why do all the chicks on fucking Twitch have fucking cleavage out their ass on their fucking stream?
Because
They
it's more
know
fun
what's
to
up,
listen to a hot chick than some ogre.
right? It's like Bill from 7-Eleven does it on his spare time.
Well, that's always been my problem with like the audio only ones, is you know that it's some fucking hamburglar.
Yeah. That's why they're doing audio only.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
But I mean, sex sells. That's any video format. That's the reason why they're doing it. But before ASMR became a thing, I found the subreddit a couple years ago that was called Frisson, which is I don't know if it's like an official medical term, but you know, if you watch something and you get chills,
Yeah.
either they called it Frisson or it's called Frisson. I don't know.
Okay.
But like there was the one video that stands out that I remember seeing on the subreddit that got me was the Boston Bruins game after the Boston bombing, and hearing a crowd of 18,000 people sing the Star Spangled Banner.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like that did it, and it literally gave you chills.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's that same sort of like audio visual input that messes with your brain and like gives you a physical reaction is what they're after. And it's a lot easier to do if you got a hot chick whispering in your ear, which is why I said it's meant to mimic what happens when a stripper whispers in your ear.
See, I like ASMR videos, but the whispering
Doesn't do anything for
doesn't
you.
do anything for
Like
me.
I fucking.
There's visual cues and there's audio cues.
I was talking to some other people on Discord
to visual
the other
cue.
day, and I was trying to explain it to them because a couple of them were kind of innocent and had no idea. And so I pulled it up, one of the top streams, and it was literally two chicks. So they have these unique mics now. Have you seen that?
Yeah, the 3DO.
Yeah.
But it was two chicks, and I'm trying to refrain from saying the term bitches because I really want to. But they literally just had pop rocks in their mouth, opening
Yeah,
them
see,
at both
that's
sides
not-
of the mic.
Yeah.
That's not a good one.
That's lazy. That's lazy is what that is. What,
There's good ASMR people on YouTube.
I'm sure there's a science to it, and I don't know.
And I
There's
get the
probably some people-
tingles from some audio and video things.
I might. I just every time I hear the whispers, I'm
I'm
out
not a
of
bit.
it.
Whispering doesn't do it for me.
It pisses me off. But that's
I'll give you that. I haven't actually watched an ASMR video. I just know that they whisper in your ear like this.
it's not even that
They do,
loud.
but see,
it's quite.
the whispering, doesn't do it.
But you have to sound feminine, and I can't do that in a whisper.
That was pretty feminine.
I'm bleeding between my legs.
I did think
I'm
back to
sorry
bleeding,
for anybody that may have turned their headphones up to hear the whisper.
I did think that it was odd when she asked her, "Have you bled yet?" in that first episode.
Oh yeah.
Bringing it back to Game of
I
Thrones.
was like, "Wait, what?" And she said no, but she looked sheepish.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things. I don't know if I want to. There's a situation that happens, and it's Cersei that says it down the line, and I don't think saying it is going to give it away. But she says a line that cracks me the fuck up, and she's like, "We're in a spot of rape.
A spot of rape.
We're in for a spot of rape."
Yeah.
It cracked me up so much when she said it. It's fucked up, but yeah, Cersei has some pretty blunt one-liners that.
She yeah, she definitely her and Tyrion kind of make that show for the first couple of seasons.
They carry it. I will say, Tyrion is definitely one of my favorite. From the get-go, Tyrion's an awesome character.
Yeah, he's a little person.
Yeah. Is that the appropriate nomenclature?
Yeah.
I don't want to caveman this shit.
Yeah, earlier when we're talking about all the cool stuff of Game of Thrones, it's going to be like, well, there's a midget, but I don't think that's correct.
Yeah, that's definitely not correct.
Midget is not correct. Little person is not. Or little person is okay.
I think little person's
Dwarf is not.
You want an accused?
Yes. I'm not a huge fan of this other one.
You don't like box?
No.
Box,
Shiner,
alright.
Shiner's a Bach. I tried to get
like
more
Shiner,
wintry type
You're fine. These were good,
beers
buddy.
because I was gonna get that same one that the can screwed up
That
on
you
me.
broke?
The orange ale, blood orange ale. They had it there, but that's more of a summery beer, and when it's 30 outside, it's
Not
you
good.
want a summery beer.
That is
You
very
want
true.
a summer shandy?
I do like summer shandies. What are you trying to do there? Okay.
Just drop shit on the ground.
Yeah, I cleaned up. Might as well
Fuck it back up.
clean it in a minute.
You know the best part about a house party is?
It's my house.
It's not your fucking house.
Yeah, that was
Was that us?
sucked to clean up house parties.
Who did that? Who
It
said
wasn't
that?
us. Some dude said it to us.
Did they?
Yes.
Okay.
I've had to pick up many a red cup from the backyard.
You know, the most upsetting thing about cleaning up after a party at my place, don't you fucking do it.
gonna
Don't you
poop.
fucking do it.
Do it. Just continue. He's pooping.
I wanted to say this when he was here because he'd agree with me. Is when you're cleaning up your place
Yeah.
and you're picking up the beers, and especially if it's a party where you ran out. Will you close the door, please?
Oh, there's so many leftover beer.
Full beers, like one sip gone.
Yeah.
I don't know. That always
Yeah.
pissed me off. I was like, there's like 12 beers here.
Somebody used to drink those. Drunk Brian?
Yeah, it was definitely drunk, Brian.
Oh, man.
Yeah, good times. Good times.
I would like to go to a tour of Denton and just find the Lookout House, find McCormick House.
Yeah, we could do it. I do it every now and then. I'll when I am in that area.
Walk around
I'll go through
campus
it.
a little bit.
Maybe not that.
I want to walk around campus.
Those kids were, when we got to college, those kids were like 10.
So? I don't care. I'm not looking for babes. I'm just walking around campus.
Yeah. We won't recognize the union's gone.
I know. Everything's different.
Everything is super different. Yeah, kids look like really young if you ever go back to the college town.
But, hey, they're there, so they're over 18. You're good.
You'd think so.
Well, yeah, not all of them, but the vast majority.
Speaking of other shit that's not going to get made in 2019, Animal House.
No, that's gone. I had to explain a joke to him yesterday at the
brunch.
drink menu at brunch was called double secret probation, and I had to explain that to him a little bit.
Yeah, I had to finally got the wifey to watch that, and it was filmed on UO's campus.
Yeah.
And so she was like freaking out. She's like, "Oh my god, I recognize everything."
Damn, she's got the one up on you, bro.
Huh.
They had Animal House
We had
on her
Necessary
college.
Roughness,
We had
bro.
Necessary Roughness with Scott back.
But which one? How similar did
It's
the campus
Sinbad.
from when she was there to whenever that film was made between ours? Because it was pretty. Ours was pretty similar.
Ours
Necessary
was
Roughness and whenever we were there is closer, I would bet, than Animal House and whenever she was there.
I'll give you that. Animal House was filmed in what, the 70s? That was filmed in the 90s.
90s, yeah.
Wonder which college old school was filmed at. Don't-
We're gonna Google it.
Ah, god damn it. All right, we got to talk again.
So I got a topic, maybe.
Yeah.
You know a little bit about it. So I had my check engine light come on in my car.
Yeah.
So I bought an OBD2, whatever.
Sensor?
Yeah, scanner thing. So I put it in there today, and it gave me my code issue, which didn't sound too serious. But having that little scanner thing was pretty cool because, like, my car doesn't tell me how my engine, like, how hot my engine is or nothing. I got RPMs and speed. I think that's it, like fuel and stuff. But it tells you how hot your coolant is, and like you can go see, like, you can put in your gas prices, and it'll tell you how much gas you've used in terms of, like, oh, I used 25 cents on this drive.
Oh my!
So it was pretty cool. But it gave me my sensor,
Your code?
my check engine reading.
What is
fault.
it? Is it glow?
Yeah, let me go.
I thought it was a glow
it's
plug.
not glow plugs.
That'll happen with diesels.
Yeah.
Yeah, which it.
I was telling him, like, I remember the brief time I lived with the step pops. Like, the engine wouldn't even let you start it. You had to sit it in accessory for like a few
Mine
minutes.
does that. So I have a push to start, but when you push it, if you hold it down, normally in the summer you push it and hold it down, it'll turn on.
Yeah.
But in the winter, when you push it and hold it down, the little glow plug light comes on, and it won't start until the light turns off. So
Yeah.
it warms the glow plugs. But so one time I did have check engine light come on. I took it in, and they told me that one or two glow plugs were out. So
Yeah.
So today it told me that my code was like P2015. So I looked that up,
Cool. Yeah.
and it told me that my intake manifold runner position sensor signal is out of range.
Out of range.
But then I looked up and it said it might be like intake sensor manifold, like controls the amount of air intake
Yeah.
based off a solenoid maybe. And so the solenoid could be out or the wiring could be out. So it's not opening or closing enough. All it does is like fine tune how much air your engine is intaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it says it's based off of each cylinder. So if you have 4 cylinders, there's 4 different ports. But so one of them could be out, and it just fine tunes how much air is getting into that cylinder. So you might see something like decreased engine performance or worse gas mileage. And I'm thinking that's not a big deal. Like that's not a thing, an emergency. I need to go get it checked out right now.
I'd probably still do it.
It sounds like the only thing that's going to happen is you'll have bad gas mileage.
Right. Which I already have super good gas mileage. So
The problem that you may run into, and I don't know if diesels can do this. I know that you can have this issue with combustion engines where you have early detonation.
Yeah.
If you have early detonation, you can royally fuck your engine.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if diesels can do that, but if you have an air fuel mixture that is not right, whenever a diesel comes back up for the compression stroke, it may detonate early, which puts force on the piston down whenever it should be going up.
That's how you break a head.
That's how you blow a head. That's how you break a piston shaft. That's how you break your crankshaft. So I don't know if that's a possibility, but that's the first thing that popped in my head.
okay. And I did hear a commercial today while driving about if I have a check engine light, I can go to AutoZone and they can check it out. But I mean, I know what the issue is.
They're just going to tell you the code. That's
Yeah,
all
right.
do.
That's all they tell you, and they won't have anything for you.
Yeah.
So I
You'd be taking it into VW. They're like, "You're still driving this thing? Didn't we recall him?"
well,
You can,
but
so you can put your VIN in a VIN registry, and they'll tell you if there's a recall.
right. Yeah, I've done that before.
Yeah.
Well, but yours was recalled.
It
wasn't
was, yeah. And I get usually whenever I take it in to the dealership, they'll tell me what kind of recalls there are. Like I know there has been some for like
Don't
some
rely
seat
on
bolts.
dealerships.
There's some seat bolts that got recalled, so they needed to switch them.
Yeah. Don't rely on the dealership.
But now I'm kind of interested to take it in there and like, because you can just stick that little sensor thing in there and leave it in there, and you're like, whatever, it's in the whole time. So I kind of want to take it in there and just see, oh, hey, my check engine light's on. And then when they come tell me what the issue is, like I know what the issue is, and see if they tell me what the issue is, or if they try and make up some other bullshit that's going to be super expensive or something.
Well, don't leave the sensor in there.
No,
though.
I'll take it out.
Yeah. That's actually not a terrible idea. I would say go onto like a Jetta owners forum or something like that and like put in your engine code, give them like your information, and like there's some really smart fucking armchair mechanics that'll tell you what's up.
Yeah. So I did look up so I put that code into Google and it told me ways to figure out or how to fix it. And it said it could be, the connection could be bad, so you just need to plug it in a little bit better. Those little solenoid
Okay,
wires.
so then you know that
or
like what
it could
you
be
need.
the wires are bad or something.
See,
so.
I say don't bait them. I'm having had to work with dealerships a lot. I feel like you get better results when you go in there and you show them that at least you don't have to say how you got to your reasoning, but you're like, hey, I know it's this code. I know this is what this code's associated
sensor
with.
is messed up.
You guys need to fix it. Because if you set the expectation that they know you as the owner knows a little bit about the car.
Right. They'll try and fuck you less.
Yeah. I mean, because, you know how it is. Like,
I was impressed with Discount Tire whenever I had to take my car in there like 2 weeks ago and I had a flat. Like I went to my car to get groceries and my tire was flat.
Yeah.
So I drove it. There was a discount like right across the street, right across the highway from our place. So I took it over there, And so, oh yeah, this one's flat, and the guy's like, yeah, it is. And I'm like, well, my other tire's been going out. You know, like, I'll fill it up every 3 weeks or so, and then it'll lose air in those 3 weeks. And I'm like, okay, and they fixed both of them for free. And I've heard that they do flats for free.
Yeah.
But I know they did both for free. It took like 2.5 hours.
Did you buy your tires from there?
No.
No,
That's the first time I've ever been a discount tire. First time ever.
I had the same issue.
They made an account for me, and then they fixed it, and they go, here you go, here's your keys. Have a good day.
I was
like,
dreading
that's
the
it,
worst, and they're like, no, you're good, bud.
Yeah.
So they only charge you if they have to. Yeah, they only charge you if they have to like replace the tire. And they suggested that 2 of my tires could be time to replace them, but it wasn't necessary.
Yeah. I'm definitely going.
I was like, okay.
I like Discount Tire. I do have one. I have a horror story with Discount Tire, but they did everything they could to get it right.
Yeah.
But it was just an unfortunate situation with the fact that the tires that are on my car are unique. But the one problem that I have is they put the wrong size tire on my car.
Oh.
So they put the wrong width, and so one tire was narrower than the rest of them.
No.
And I had to take it into a Subaru dealership because my head unit was going out, and it was still under warranty, and they were going to replace the head unit. And they pointed it out to me, and I went back in there like, holy fuck. Like, Discount Tire, they're like, that is so wrong. We don't have the tire right now, but we will get a new tire in for you soon. Whatever. And they fixed it. But I do wholly endorse Discount Tire as a very solid auto change place.
Yeah, I was impressed.
Firestone, that one Firestone in Tulsa also really took care of us.
Hibdon Tire.
Yeah, he really took care of us.
Mm-hmm. And we even told him, like, we live in Dallas, we're not going to be here again, and he's still
tight spot. Yeah,
he just did the same thing. But like, I mean, Hibdon Tires is a big chain in Tulsa. I don't know if it's anywhere else,
but
yeah, they took care of it.
They just fix your flat and then put it back on.
Yeah. I mean, they patched the flat.
Yeah,
which is something
apparently
that most places.
Flat seems super easy.
Yeah, I mean, you can do it yourself if you got the tools.
He did tell me it was a pain in the ass because I had like a pretty big bolt in there.
Yeah,
and he was like, "Well, so we're gonna have to do it this way, and it's gonna take a little bit longer." And we're like, "Dude, I don't care if it takes a little longer."
Right. I've also heard that if you have a puncture like on the tread,
it's fixable.
You can fix it, but if it's on the sidewall,
you're done. Yeah.
And like when I was driving over there, luckily it wasn't very long, but I was like, my tire was flat, and I was all worried about my rim. But apparently the reason you don't want to drive on a flat is because it screws up your sidewall. And if you fuck up your sidewall, then your tire's done, and you have to get a new tire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was only like half a mile, if even that long.
Yeah, and you don't want to drive on a rim because it will fuck the rim up. But if you've got rubber in between the rim and the road, then it's not going to mess it up.
But it's going to fuck up your sidewall, which is why you don't want to do it.
All right, this is something that
I had to.
I'm going to put it out there to the 5 people that may listen to this and to the 2 people in the room other than myself. If you get a flat on a highway, get off the fucking highway. I don't care about your car. I don't care about your rim. I don't care about your tire. If you have a flat or a blowout, get off the fucking highway.
Pretty much if you have any problem, you don't want to be on the side of a highway. So many people, especially the last like month, we've had Good Samaritans get hit by cars.
Number one fatality
on the side of the road
on highways besides
and if it's at night,
traffic stops.
If it's after like 10
or
9 when drunk drivers are going to be out there, do not get on the fucking side of the highway.
Like, just get off the road.
Drunk drivers will stare at you and they'll steer their car unknowingly into you.
Yeah.
That's how cops get hit. That's how these Good Samaritans are getting hit, changing their tires.
So let me give you my horror story, and I think I probably already told you guys this, but right as you come under 635, as you're going up the Dallas North Tollway, you go up, and then you go into a turn, and then around a turn, right? Mm-hmm. Going northbound. Right as you get around the turn, there was a guy stopped in like a Hyundai Elantra in the left lane
in traffic
with a flat tire, changing his tire on the passenger side.
Dude, you don't know how many times that happens on D&T that I have to work with. All the fucking time.
If you call that 999 number, they'll have a truck come out there and sit behind you,
so
which will alleviate some of it.
PSA in Dallas, if you are on a tollway, you get roadside assistance.
Sheriffs will do it too.
Yeah.
999.
I called 911 and because I was in the left lane and I didn't feel safe pulling out to get around him. So I was parked behind him. Like, I slammed on my brakes, I got behind him, and I was staring at this guy, and I was like this. And
he's like, my tire's flat, I can't drive anymore.
I was like,
you can drive a little bit.
I hope he got a fucking ticket. I really do, because he should have. He almost killed people. He almost killed himself, but he almost killed everybody else that had to like sit there.
Yeah.
And I called 911 while I was sitting in the car. I was like, what's your emergency? It was like, I'm stopped on the tollway. There's this guy parked in the left lane. He was like, oh yeah, you're on the tollway. Well, let me transfer you to tollway assistance.
Yeah, it's a bitch. Yeah, that I did that on George Bush. I was in an Uber. I was drunk too. But I was in an Uber. We saw a gnarly fucking crash.
Yeah.
And he was like, what do we do? I was like, I'm gonna call 911. He's like, cool. Yeah. He was like, do we need to pull over? And I was like, no, not on at this time, but I'm gonna call 911. And they transferred me like 3 or 4 times before.
Really?
Yeah.
And I was like, I know there's a cop closer than there's an NTTA car.
Yeah.
You need to get some here now, or people are gonna die.
That's what I told him too. I was like, there are definitely people hurting there.
Yeah.
Yeah. The big thing is with the tollway is it's a sheriff's deal.
Yeah.
So if there's like a DPD officer, they'll come and sit there until the sheriffs arrive.
I mean, that's all. All you need is you need the flashing lights to like slow people down.
Which is why if you call 999, they're a little bit later, but they'll get a truck out there and they'll help you change your tire.
And I don't know if
they'll give you gas.
1-800, whatever that number on the back of your license is.
Yeah. Still, that was a bad situation, and oh man, I still get pissed off about
people that pull over on the highway on the shoulder.
No, and he wasn't on the shoulder, man.
Yeah,
he was in the lane.
Yeah,
which is, I mean, the tollway doesn't have good shoulders.
Yeah, because when my ELC died,
and
I died like on the way to downtown Dallas, or not downtown Dallas, but it was like Oak Lawn.
Yeah. So almost there.
I couldn't get out. Like, there's nowhere for me to go. It's just 3 lanes.
This guy though is changing his tires, so I know.
Yeah,
he could have. But this motherfucker was just like, no, I need to change my tire.
People are oblivious, yeah.
They don't understand. Some people don't understand how dangerous being on a highway is.
Yeah. When you're going 75, a foot and a half from the next car.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that really do understand it.
A wreck at 75 is... people are dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That kills you, even with your seatbelt.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. That shit pissed me off so much whenever I saw that.
That's like the whole bit. If you're driving after like 10:30 or 11,
you can't stay here. Is basically
do not drive in the left lane. If it's after 11 or 10:30ish, do not drive in the left lane on highways, because drunk drivers get on the wrong way and they think they're in the right lane, but it's your left lane. And then if you get a head-on collision on the highway, you're dead.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There was a bit on Mythbusters that kind of changed my understanding, and I mean, I was an engineering major, so I should understand basic physics. I failed like 3 times.
Damn it.
But it was on Mythbusters, and they had 2 cars that crashed together going 50 miles an hour.
Oh, they were trying to see if it was like...
Well, one of the guys, I think it was the bald guy with the walrus mustache, he made the comment...
Jamie.
Yeah. Thank you. Made the comment, it was like, this is like a car hitting a brick wall at 100 miles an hour. But it's not. And there's I can't remember it, but it's velocity squared times mass. So if you have the same car going twice as fast, it's actually 4 times as much energy, as opposed to one car, the same mass, crashing into each other at 50 miles an hour. So, and they did that. They took a car and rammed it into the wall at 100 miles an hour.
Obliterated.
It was so fucked.
Yeah, because 50. I mean, you're gonna fuck up your car. You're probably gonna die.
I mean, the fact that
But if you hit a wall at 100, there's no question.
Yeah, you gonna die. So
ask Dale Earnhardt about that.
What was it?
I don't think he's going 50 miles an hour.
No, 100.
I don't think he's going 100 miles an hour.
How fast was he going?
Well, he was going 200 miles an hour, but by the time he hit the wall, his velocity going into the wall wasn't quite as much. But what got him was the fact that he had the helmet on.
His head went sideways?
Well, no, his helmet was so heavy compared to what his neck was used to that when he hit the wall, the weight of his helmet and head ripped his head off of his neck. It was a basal or skull fracture.
He also had Sterling Marlin's car was carrying him into the wall. Because he basically got pitted, but the pitted car. Mm-hmm. Why are you smiling at me?
Because you're the only person I know that would know the guy who wrecked Dale Earnhardt.
Yeah, because that's haunted that dude for his whole life.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, we got a Dale Earnhardt death The expert over here.
Well, you know, Dominic Toretto
Uh-oh.
killed the guy that killed his father.
With a tire iron, that's different. Fundamentally different.
All I'm saying is Dale Earnhardt Jr. is a punk bitch because he didn't go after Sterling
Marlin.
Yeah.
Did they ever race together?
What? Earnhardt and Earnhardt Jr.?
Earnhardt Jr. and that guy, Sterling.
I don't know. Did they?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, man. He should have pitted him first chance.
I mean, it wasn't Sterling Marlin's fault. It's just that the way he got pitted, he hit Sterling Marlin.
It wasn't the guy that killed Papa Toretto's fault either.
Is that a sperm?
It's not your fault.
It's not your fault.
Those are not sperm.
Are they not?
They might be. I can't see them.
They may be humpback whales.
They're not humpbacks.
That's sperm 100%. I know my sperm.
You do know yours. Oh, those are sperm whales. Yeah, they might be.
All right, why are they called sperm whales?
I don't know.
Good question.
Why are they called sperm whales, or why?
You know what
why is
terrifies me
sperm
though?
called sperm?
Look how fucked up that whale is.
Google
He's
that
seen
shit.
some shit.
You know how they get that? From going down deep?
Going
Like
down?
the pressure.
No, from fighting things down deep. No, dude,
down.
I'm not lying. They're
The
fucking
monsters in the
giant.
dark.
They fucking hunt giant squid, like colossal squid. But that's the shit that does to those fuckers.
They strong.
Strunk. Yeah,
That's my ocean.
Thalassalophobia.
No,
Thalassalophobia.
that's my ocean spirit animal. Sperm whale.
God damn it! I can't say this without it sounding terrible. Sperm whale is a delicacy that I have tasted.
You've tasted sperm whale.
I was gonna say I've eaten sperm whale, but you better not mark.
How much sperm whale have you had in your mouth?
Fucking hate you guys.
You,
I knew it was coming.
you said it anyway.
You've done this to
Sperm-
yourself.
And that's what I appreciate about you.
I didn't do the Gordo. Where he changes his voice. So he can't mark it. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Whale is the most gross fucking meat I've ever tasted. I've
Is
had
it?
it 3 times. I had it. Was it carpaccio or whatever? That's a.
You had whale carpaccio?
Yeah.
Like
that was
raw
one of the
whale?
ways. Yeah.
Damn.
3 different times. They were all. It is easily the worst meat I've ever tasted.
Is it the flavor or the texture?
The flavor, a little bit of both. The first
Whale's
way we
not
had it
good,
was a
yeah.
sandwich, and it was almost like pickled, like preserved to fuck. But it is
Loud wrestling.
gamey. Doesn't even. I don't know. It tastes like silverish.
Really?
Is gamey
it's
the
ter-
smooth of?
Yeah. No.
Of exotic meats.
There is a. You know when I say gamey, what gamey
No,
means.
I know what you mean.
It was just he's tying it back.
No, I mean he's
these
correct because I was like,
these are solid comedy humor concepts.
Yeah, it's gamey to like dial it up to 20. It was so bad.
Does it taste fishy at all?
No, it doesn't taste fishy. It just tastes. I don't know.
So
Zemed would do a better.
Sperm is not fishy.
Whale is not. Yeah.
That's actually kind of interesting. That whale does not taste fishy.
It's yeah.
I mean, it is a
Whale
mammal.
fish, yeah. No.
Yeah, no, whale is a mammal.
Tastes closer to deer.
It's a mammal. Yeah, it's not a fish. That would make sense. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. But yeah, I mean,
Touching your
porpoises and dolphins and whales and all that, they're mammals in the ocean.
Yeah.
But I always assume that fishy is because of what you eat. And if you eat seafood, I mean, it's kind of like the thing. But that's all they eat.
But if you think about the fish that we eat, they're all predators too, yeah? Like tuna, they're predators. Salmon-ish. Like they eat other fish.
And whale eat plankton?
Bass.
Most of them eat plankton or squid.
Or human.
Yeah, you ever had a shark?
I've never
not had a shark.
There's a really
Shark is
fancy
a fish.
place back home that did serve shark. I'd love to have shark. I've
That
had
was
swordfish.
such an awesome shot.
Yeah.
It was a sperm whale breaching from like underwater.
I've always like wondered like, and I know they do this after the episodes, but these guys shooting this, like how long and how hard did they work to get that shot?
Oh my god.
So
hard.
Like,
They were so hard for the sperm.
yeah. I love you guys.
That's a cheap shot.
It's low hanging fruit.
Yeah, it's not like they just walked up to Mateo and asked him to go to ATM and then went to work.
What do you?
Yeah, I'll do another accused too if there is one.
I'll take whatever.
Uno accused.
About that
Yeah, we're almost done. I mean, if we get through 4 beers in an hour and a half, we're on a good pace.
I was gonna say we're an hour and a half.
Yeah, I mean we're almost done.
We need to narrow down.
Hour and a half to an hour 45 is what I want.
Our viewers, can you please comment?
Is it too long?
And give us.
Do we last too long, or should we be quicker?
You know, I hear that some women like it quicker.
Hey,
I wouldn't know
if you can do both.
It's never been a question that's come up.
If you never give her the long, then she won't hate the short.
Yeah, it's like, can the girl really tell you she likes it quicker when it's only a 30-second interaction?
What you're saying is that you need a bigger sample size.
I mean, she would say that.
Of girls? I mean,
or no, just experiences.
I mean, yeah, sure. I'm not gonna disagree with that.
I won't either.
If only wouldn't have fucked up that Uber situation.
God,
I don't know. Maybe you dodged it.
That was a once in a
maybe you
lifetime.
I made the right decision there.
Did you?
I made the right decision there, and I don't regret it. I feel bad for Matt, Mateo.
Whatever.
Did the other party show up?
Can I explain?
All right.
No.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So we got an Uber,
Lyft.
No, so we got in a rideshare.
Too late, bro.
To go to a bar. That thankfully it was just within a mile. It was closer than a mile.
Yeah.
If it would have been to where
If it would have been longer,
the other potential meetup was downtown Dallas,
us.
And that would have been bad.
Could you imagine if they would have drove us to downtown? They would have been with us, faux show.
Yeah,
but
that would have been a bigger
bad.
problem.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, we get to where we're going. She doesn't read her GPS well, and she turns in the parking lot, but she turns late and she turns slow. So she hits the curb, but she almost hopped the curb and went into a lawn.
But there's 2 females in
That,
this.
That's a smasian turn right there.
Yeah, it is. No, you ever see her park? I didn't think so.
There was at least 3 times that we walked out of the house.
She was like 3 feet onto her
on the fucking lawn.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. As Mateo mentioned, there were 2 girls. There was a driver and a driver,
And a
co-driver. And they start asking about the place we're going to. They're like, "What's it like?" And we're like, well, it's a." I start off with the thing that I think is going to negate their interest. I tell them it's a beer place, pretty much only, and they're like, "Oh, we love beer." And she's drinking a Red Bull, and she points at her Red Bull and says, "We love beer."
Yes,
so I was
she
like,
did do that.
Also,
it was in a brown bag.
Yeah, the car also reeked of weed,
But I didn't smell it.
but I did. And so they're like, "Well, we might come in with you." I'm sorry for the voice. They're like, "Well, we might come in with you." So
No, keep it going, man.
don't feel if we're following you,
Yeah.
but if we come in, we sit with you. Well, we'll be there. And I was like, oh, okay.
I'm like, yeah.
And so we turn in, and Matt's immediately like, "Well, there's a spot you can park."
Yeah.
And they were like,
They drove right past it. Then they drove
they
past
drove right past
multiple
it,
parking spaces.
and then fortunately they found some parking spaces right at the front. And so she's starting to park, and she fucks it up royally.
She did not park well.
And then we got a ding, and she's like, "Oh no, we got another driver. What do we do?"
Then the passenger's like,
Cancel that shit right now. And we see the people that have pinged them. They're standing there looking at her car.
She's trying to cancel. She's hitting that phone like,
Anyway.
I don't know how to, whatever. But
So
she's trying to cancel
She's
it.
like, "All right."
And I'm waiting for him. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I'll
They're
sit
like-
here and wait for that cancel so it's like ready to go.
Yeah, so they're canceling it, and
I'm
at the same
waiting.
time, she's like, "Okay, we're gonna straighten up really quick, and then we'll go in with you guys." And I was like, "Well, maybe we'll see you in there." I got out of
And
the
I'm
car,
like-
and
We're getting out. Okay.
I noped the fuck out. I was like, "This is a bad
I was ready. I
fucking
was
idea."
willing to wait.
Because she also said, well, that was the big thing, was as we're beginning to park, she's like, "Well, are you gonna need a ride home too?"
Yeah,
and
she
we're
did say
like,
that.
"Well, obviously," and she's like, "Well, we'll be here obviously because we'll be drinking with you guys." And I was
but-
like, "No,
That doesn't mean that they're gonna lift us home. That means they're gonna drive us home, and it's not that far.
dude."
But they could. One can go to your place. One can come to my place.
We ride shared to a bar to drink so that we didn't have a drunk person driving home. Why would we want to get in the car with somebody we just paid to get us there safely?
I mean, there's one very clear answer.
But yeah.
Yeah.
And if they got in a wreck, it's not my car. We're not going to go that far, so we're probably not going to be going that fast.
So the only question that I
Injuries are
have,
low.
or no, I've got many questions actually, but I hope were they actually hot?
They
my
were.
God, yes. The driver was
Objectively, yes, they were pretty.
Okay.
But
they were the hottest Lyft or Uber driver I've ever had.
I mean, not the
By a
hottest,
mile.
but they were there. The
What?
warning signs were there, though.
What?
Obviously, they weren't very smart.
No,
Absolutely.
but they may have been high. But I don't
Listen,
know if they were high.
at-
But
if
I
you
didn't-
are
I didn't
right-
smell it, but they could have been.
If you're ride sharing and you're that bad of a driver, so I've got a couple of questions. But if you're ride sharing and you're that bad of a driver, you're not very smart.
Well, they said they hadn't been in the area very often, which could also say the late turn, but they did run over the curb.
Yes.
They said it was a pothole, but
Not great driver. They possibly
are women that
impaired.
great drivers anyway?
They can be.
they were impaired.
And there's some really bad men drivers out there.
They are. Jeff Gordon.
Hey.
I almost said
Sorry, it's an inside joke.
Oh my god.
I don't regret it. I feel like that was a smart decision. It would have been a cool story.
Dude,
But
I don't have that many cool stories, bro.
I feel like I made the right call, and I hope that one of our viewers, if she's listened this late into the fucking stream, would
Who's that?
agree.
I don't know who he's talking about.
Dude,
Probably like somebody that's married to some dingbat
she'd be down to acquire females for us.
through just means, not DWIs.
That was one of those that's never gonna happen again.
Good.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Good.
You probably would have caught something from it.
That's why you wrap your tool,
I mean,
brah.
I wouldn't have got that far because it was a bad situation.
So, did the people that you were expecting to meet show up?
No.
No, but no.
I mean,
That would have been also a very weird situation.
that would have been a very weird situation.
Like, can
they were
you
known not to be coming
imagine
at that
me being
point,
like,
right?
hey, our Lyft driver just decided to come, our rideshare driver just decided to come in with us and party with us. No.
So I'm in a bad spot because hindsight's 2020, right?
Yeah.
And so I can pass judgment. I can say what you should have done, or what you shouldn't have done, or what you did right, or whatever. But the final question that I have, and who called the Uber that brought the
It was me.
rideshare?
The rideshare. Yeah.
Did you rate them?
Yes.
And if so, what did you rate
We
them?
had
Oh my God,
a
we discussed
deep
this.
discussion about that.
Many a discussion.
Yeah.
I
I waited
was the
like
tip.
24 hours to do
One
it.
was, and I thought it would have been a good plan, was to, and he kind of
We-
came up. We came up with it together, kind of. Like,
Yeah. I joked about it.
message her, leave a comment that was like, "Hey, y'all never came in with us, but here's my number if you ever want to join us, whatever kind of a deal." Which I think would have been whatever.
You know they can't read that, right?
No, they can. If you leave comments on a tip,
I don't think they can.
on a rating, then
On
why?
a
What's the
certain
point?
company that they do.
What's
Yeah.
the point
Oh,
of
they
them
do?
leaving them? Then?
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought it was just for the overlords that control
my-
It says
thought with
the
them-
comments are shared to your drivers anonymously. However, we're going to say we're going to word
Well,
it.
that was very specific.
I mean,
Maybe
it
unless
said
they do it to
we
every
would
dude.
have worded it. Not
Yeah.
saying we were going to word it.
Unless
So,
they do that to every
I ended
ride
up
person, which they
tipping
could
him.
have.
I did
because
not give him any feedback.
What's the point of
Did you
having
get, what was the rating?
two hot girls?
I gave him 4 stars because she hit a fucking curve.
And I was like, do 5.
And she had a co-pilot. That was weird. I mean, she did say the
She was there
passenger. She was there for protection.
Yeah,
but
well-
and that's
And I almost said, well, what are two girls going to do to two guys? But I didn't say it.
yeah.
Besides, yeah.
All right.
It's a bad idea.
Hindsight 2020, past judgment.
I think we could have carried it a little bit longer, and then if you wanted to kill it, and then we could kill it, kill the interaction.
I
It would have
killed
been
it.
But immediately to kill it just like that when the doors opened is a little...
It had enough warning signs. I was done. Like,
those girls probably would have been trouble.
yeah.
would've been
You
fun.
already got a pretty good story out of it. So,
Yeah.
based on everything, I think you made the right call.
We probably would have had to buy them beers too.
But for the
I'd have bought 'em
purposes
one
of
beer.
an even better story, I wish you would have waited.
Dude. We
Is
should
my-
have brought him in.
That's
Had one
that's
beer,
the only
and
reason.
If we talked to him for 10
probably right,
minutes
yeah.
or 15 minutes and it was still like the red flags are going off, then just
but it's still
ditching that situation is kind of hard though. Like once
no,
they're sitting there with
I say that again. I think you made the right call. The warning signs were there. They sounded crazy.
I mean,
You would have had to buy them beers.
clearly they're out
And nothing
looking
would have
for
happened.
something. You don't just have like two hot girls sitting in a lift.
It seemed like we are getting baited. To me.
It did kind of. You would have had to buy them beers, and there's no guarantee that anything else would have happened other than, all right, we're out of here because this place sucks. But I think it's still a great story regardless.
Yeah.
As the resident person that's been roofied in this room.
Okay.
You guys want to take some Rohypnol and see what happens?
I've already done it.
All right. On that note, I think it's probably time to wrap this up.
Yeah, let's just leave that cliffhanger on the
Yes.
roofie story.
If you want to find
Next time.
out what happened to you when you got roofied, tune in next week.
And
with
that's deep.
All right. With that, I'm JT.
I'm Mateo.
D.
Have a good night. We'll see y'all next week.
Deuces.
Peace.